And now your professional Addy Award entries. An entry, sales kit or product information sheets, Villing & Company for all-day breakfast media kit, McDonald's of Northern Indiana and Southwest Michigan. A bronze Addy Award, a single unit, for Villing & Company, Red Pony Pilsner for Villing & Company. Jeff Middaugh, Creative Director, Tom Villing, President. A silver Addy for Packaging Campaign, Todd Allen Design for Katie's Best Package for Miller Poultry. Todd Allen, Creative Executive Director, James Korn, Art Director. An entry for an annual report, Villing & Company for Covering Kids and Family 2014 Annual Report for Covering Kids and Family of Indiana. A bronze Addy to Annual Report, Beacon Health System Marketing for Beacon Health System Annual Report 2014 for Beacon Health System. Kelly Tagon, Creative Services Manager, Dan Prabila, Marketing Specialist, Laura Bailey, Marketing Communications Specialist, John Terada, Commercial Photographer and Rink Printing Company, Commercial Printer. An entry, single newsletter, Spearhead Sales and Marketing for Lebhart USA, Carolina Ale House featuring project and case study for Leibhardt, USA. An entry, single unit, for LaPorte Savings Bank for First-Time Home Buyer's Guide for LaPorte Savings Bank. A bronze Addy, single unit, Spearhead Sales and Marketing for Grable Cabinets One-of-a-Kind Brochure for Grable Cabinets. Chad Root, President, Program Architect, Abby Weir, Designer. An entry for brochure campaign, LaPorte Savings Bank for products and services brochures for LaPorte Savings and Bank. A gold Addy, public service, direct marketing and specialty advertising, University of Notre Dame for Notre Dame Wine Program for University of Notre Dame. ND Marcom, the print team. A silver Addy, magazine advertising campaign, Todd Allen Design for We Are Van Doren Anniversary Campaign for Van Doren. Todd Allen, Executive Creative Director, James Korn, Art Director and Photographer. An entry, magazine self-promotion, Beacon Health System Marketing for Physician Quarterly for Beacon Health System. An entry, poster, single unit, Villing & Company for The Music Man for the South Bend Civic Theater. A silver Addy for poster campaign, freelance for Ignition Concert Series posters for Ignition Music Garage for Samantha Watson. Samantha Watson, Designer, Illustrator. An entry, flat single unit, Burkhart Incorporated for Potawatomi Zoo, Michiana's Pride and Joy for Potawatomi Zoo. An entry, supersized, extension dimensional, digital or animated single unit, Burkhart Advertising Incorporated for South Bend's Sweetest Export for South Bend Chocolate. An entry for out-of-home campaign, Burkhart Advertising Incorporated for Chicago Cubs for Chicago Cubs. An entry for out-of-home campaign, Burkhart Advertising Incorporated for Bud Light Mixtail. Mix it up for Bud Light. A bronze Addy for out-of-home campaign, Burkhart Advertising Incorporated for J.R. Fox for J.R. Fox. Kat Canopa, Account Executive, Extra Credit Projects, Creative Director. A bronze Addy for Out-of-Home Campaign, Villing & Company. For Laporte Outdoor Campaign, Purdue Federal Credit Union. Jeff Middaugh, Creative Director. Scott Tingwald, Account Manager. And a gold Addy for Out-of-Home Campaign, Burkhart Advertising Incorporated for Studebagels. Studebagels. Andrea Deachley, Account Executive, Extra Credit Projects Executive Creative Director. An entry for Advertising Industry Self-Promotion Out-of-Home, Beacon Health System Marketing for Beacon Health and Fitness Groundbreaking Fence Wraps. Beacon Health and Fitness. And a gold Addy to Villing & Company for Villing & Company website for Villing & Company. Jeff Middaugh, Creative Director. Brad Rosier, Art Director. Nathan DeSelm, Interactive Director. Tom Villing, President. And a bronze Addy for Television Local Campaign, 5 Core Media for Goshen College, adult and graduate programs for Goshen College.
Lead from the front and drag them and sort of show them what the answer is. I believe that Goshen College cultivates a very high level of thinking, which is invaluable for us. Every job interview that I had following grad school, it was a positive attribute to have had a liberal arts degree. What you learn and what you get from a liberal arts degree is a process about how to think rationally and how to communicate your view. We currently have 16 Goshen College graduates on staff. We have found Goshen College graduates to be extremely smart, quick on their feet, very adaptable.
Kyle Hufford, Director. Jake P. Smucker, Producer. Abby Deaton, Editor. And a silver Addy for Television Local Campaign, Villing & Company for A's, The Best Events for A's Rental.
Graduations are crazy these days. For mine, I got prune cake. And this year, the grandson's getting $200. Seriously, it better be worth it.
The best events start with A's.
Little Johnny's finally getting married. But the bride? Wow. Talk about the blind leading the blind. If a wedding's gonna happen, they'll need all the help they can get.
Jeff Middaugh, Creative Director. Brad Rosier, Art Director, Film and Production. Tom Villing, President and Account Manager. Lori Headley, Account Executive. And a silver Addy, single spot up to 2 minutes, Todd Ellen Design for What If TV Spot for IU Health Goshen Center for Cancer Center.
Dad, why did Mom get cancer?
Sometimes bad things just happen, bud.
When will she get better?
Soon, I hope. At Goshen, they think of new ways to help people with cancer every day.
People like Mom?
Yeah, people like Mom.
Our pioneering research leads to breakthrough therapies like harnessing the power of the immune system to fight.
Todd Ellen, Executive Creative Director. James Korn, Art Director. Overdone Productions, Video Production. And a silver Addy for single spot up to 2 minutes. Todd Ellen Design for hands-on hearts TV spot for IU Health Goshen Center for Cancer Care.
Home. Surprise.
Hand upon my heart, I feel the breath of life and all the joy it brings. I don't want to miss a thing.
If you listen to your heart, it can tell you lots of things. Love your heart. Goshen Heart and Vascular
Todd
Center.
Ellen, Executive Creative Director. James Korn, Art Director. Overdone Productions, Video Production. And Ellen Recording, Music Track. And a bronze Addy for single spot any length. Grassroots Media for two-step login for University of Notre Dame Office of Information Technology.
Security. It's an important part of everyday life. You already take steps to keep your family, your home, and your personal information safe. The same is true when it comes to protecting information here at Notre Dame. As technology systems continue to grow and change, keeping this information secure is even more important. In today's world, you need access to dozens of applications on multiple devices and from many locations. At the same time, cyber criminals pose a constant threat to the safety of your professional and personal information. They bombard you with cleverly disguised phishing scams and malware in an attempt to steal your account information, including passwords, as well as business and personal information. As a result, passwords alone aren't enough to keep this valuable information safe. How can we reduce this risk at Notre Dame? With two-step login. Two-step login is an enhanced security feature you can use with your Notre Dame account. The two-step login feature strengthens your password by combining it with a second approval you enable on a device you have, such as your mobile phone, desk phone, or home phone. The login process is simple. Log into the service as usual with your NetID and password. Then you'll be prompted to approve the login through your chosen device. You can do that by accepting a notification sent to your smartphone or by responding to a call on your mobile phone, desk phone, or home phone. See how you can help keep yourself and Notre Dame secure today and in the future with two-step
Andrea
login.
Rogers, Producer Art Director. Donnie Rogers, Animator Editor. And Lynette Votava, Writer Client. An entry for online film, video, and sound campaign 5 Core Media for Good of Goshen web spots for City of Goshen, Goshen Community Schools, Goshen College, Goshen Chamber.
So you just graduated from Goshen College? What experience has prepared you for this job?
Flight 918 from Lima to Chicago is now boarding.
Where do I begin?
And a bronze Addy, online film, video, and sound campaign, Ryan Blasky, Chuck Fry, for DTSB Fall Promo, for Ryan Blasky, Chuck Fry. Fry director, Ryan Blasky co-director, DP editor. And a bronze Addy, online film, video, and sound campaign, 5 Core Media for Mary Lee Web Campaign for Mary Lee Environmental Learning Center of Goshen College.
Unfortunately, large-scale industrial agriculture puts a lot of emphasis on growing food for biofuels and for livestock and for uses that don't really nutritionally feed people in a healthful way. A large percentage of people still don't get enough food to eat each day, or they get food but not good quality food that's nourishing. So every time farming occurs, it occurs in a natural landscape, and we can't ignore the context where agriculture is done. Our farm, which we call Mary Lee Sustainable Farm, consists of about 10 acres in total production, and we mostly focus on sustainably raised vegetables and small fruit. The Agroecology Summer Intensive is a 9-week program, usually in the months of June and July, that offers up to 12 undergraduate credit, and it immerses students in a variety of topics from soils, vegetable crops, agroecology, and small farm management and marketing. Some have described agroecology as the study of sustainable food systems and the ecology of agricultural food production. Sustainable food systems care about food justice. They care about who's involved in making food decisions, who's producing food, who has access to it, and cares that everyone deserves access to quality food. We at Mary Lee Environmental Learning Center of Goshen College care about food justice. We care about the poor, marginalized, and that everyone deserves to eat well and be cared for with dignity.
Kyle Hufford, director, Jake P. Smucker, producer, David Lehman Miller, assistant producer, and Tim Litwiller, production assistant. A gold Addy, single entry, 60 seconds or less. The University of Notre Dame for Welcome Home Acceptance Message for the University of Notre Dame.
Throughout your life, there will be many reasons to celebrate great accomplishments, honors, and recognitions. This is one of those moments. You must be very proud of you, who you are, what you have already accomplished. Congratulations, and welcome home.
Beth Grizzoli, producer, Cody Baker, creative director, videographer, and editor. An entry, single entry, for more than 60 seconds. Grassroots Media for South Bend History for the City of South Bend.
Long before South Bend was incorporated as a city in 1865, people had been making their home on the banks of the St. Joseph River for centuries. First the Miami, then the Potawatomi settled in this rich river valley. They called this place Ribbontown. The first Europeans to arrive came as traders in search of furs and other natural resources. It wasn't long before waves of immigrants swelled South Bend's population and laid the foundation for the city we know today. They brought with them their traditions, faiths, and skills, and they came here to work. Early on, South Bend's businessmen harnessed the river's current to power their factories. We built wagons, sewing machines, and plows. We made clothing, toys, watches, and stoves. When times changed, South Bend adapted. Instead of wagons and farm tools, we made automobiles and aircraft brakes. Today, we continue to produce products used around the world, from aerospace components to nanotechnology. Thanks to generations of hard-working residents, our spirit of innovation runs deep. While this southern bend in the river was becoming the area's commercial center, French religious were founding what would become the University of Notre Dame and St. Mary's College, beginning this area's distinguished tradition of higher education excellence. Since then, many other institutions have joined them in bringing people from all over the world to study and teach in South Bend, contributing to the richness of our local culture. From the beginning, South Bend's residents also established places for worship, socializing, and entertainment. We filled vaudeville theaters, cheered for the Blue Sox, enjoyed the rides at Playland Park, and supported the Fighting Irish as our home team. Of course, we've seen our share of hard times as we lived through wars, the Great Depression, and the fight for civil rights. And like so many other cities across the country, South Bend struggled to find a new direction when jobs disappeared and population shifted. It took time.
A bronze Addy, single entry more than 60 seconds, the University of Notre Dame for the Art of Truth. For the University of Notre Dame,
I'm an artist. I work on a few pictures. Also, I'm a kind of scholar and a writer as well. So I'm speaking about Russia, I'm speaking about art, I'm writing and I'm drawing. This is a studio where I paint, and it was generously offered by Institute of Advanced Studies. I'm not living in Russia anymore since years, but I remain, of course, Russian. I started very early. I started at 6, writing and painting. From 13, I paint professionally. I went to art school, and it was a very interesting time when all was forbidden, Soviet power was dying, borders were closed. We didn't know about existence of other world. They didn't allow us to exhibit works, they didn't allow us even to buy paint, by the way. It was not as cruel as it was during Stalin times, of course, but it was unpleasant. There were few lessons from that time. The first one was resistance, of course. The second one was not to depend on recognition of the world. I was convinced I never will show any picture to anyone. And that gave you certain strengths. There was a wall. And we used to think that it is forever. If art is real, if art is responsible, it has to leave us certain ground of truth on which people may stay.
Cody Baker, producer, videographer, and editor. A silver Addy, single entry more than 60 seconds, 5 core media for wooden music, The Good of Goshen, for the City of Goshen, Goshen Community Schools, Goshen College, Goshen Chamber.
I enjoyed craft, and I enjoyed art, and I enjoyed woodworking. And when I was in high school, I started learning to play the guitar, so it just seemed natural to make my own. I made my first guitar in my bedroom, in the corner on a table. That was just the beginning, because there was no end to it at that point. I started this music shop, this guitar shop called Wooden Music 12 years ago, and I'm still at it, making guitars, mandolins, and fixing guitars and other stringed instruments. I'm located at the Millrace Center, right behind the Goshen Farmers Market. Just the whole atmosphere of this place is creative, and so it's contagious. Every piece of wood is different from the next. So whenever you're building an instrument, you have to take into consideration each piece of wood that you're using. It has to be strong to withstand years and years of a lot of string tension, but at the same time it needs to be as lightweight as possible. There's a combination of infinite things that all add up to making a good instrument. It's no one thing at all. It's an intuitive process. For me, it's more intuitive than scientific. The factories know how to do perfection on an assembly line, but when you make one instrument...
Kyle Hufford, director; Jake P. Smucker, producer; Abby Deaton, editor. An entry for Public Service Television. The University of Notre Dame for Wake Up the Echoes for the University of Notre Dame. And a Silver Addy for Public Service Non-Broadcast Audio-Visual. Villing & Company for McDazzle Testimonial for Ronald McDonald House Charities of Michiana.
When I received the phone call that my daughter was in a car accident, I was in shock. No words can describe it.
When your child's in the hospital, the last thing you want to do is to leave their bedside.
Being able to be close to the boys meant everything to me.
When your child's in the hospital, the last thing you want to do is go home.
Every minute we got to spend with Lauren counted because we didn't know if there would be any more.
Being able to stay close to Lauren meant the world to us. We had to be there for her, for ourselves, and if we had to leave the hospital at any time, it would have drove us nuts, not knowing what was next, what was gonna happen. Was she gonna open her eyes and we would miss that? It meant a lot to be able to be close to her.
Without Ronald McDonald House Charities, we would have slept on the floor.
We never would have gotten the time that we got with our boys. We never would have been able to take care of ourselves, to shower, to rest, just to get away when we needed some time for us.
Without the family room, I couldn't do what I needed to do as a new dad. Be there for my family and support them with my whole being.
Without the family room, I would have felt separated from my son.
The family room was definitely a blessing for us. We needed to be close to our daughter.
Jeff Middaugh, creative director; Janine Villing, account executive; Overdone Productions, video production. An entry, B2B Campaign National, ASA Electronics for Do You Want the Power campaign? For ASA Electronics.
Power is control. Enter into a new era of safety and affordability that gives you the power. ASA Electronics proudly presents the Jensen Heavy Duty JCV 2015 BT Stereo. The JCV 2015 BT lets you take charge by giving you full command of your stereo and mobile device without ever having to remove your hands from the steering wheel with full Bluetooth integration. With the innovative design behind this system, drivers can safely and intuitively answer phone calls and control their favorite music apps directly from their steering wheel while enjoying the conveniences offered by high-quality Bluetooth streaming audio. Taking design and innovation a step further, the JCV 2015 BT features an entirely new level of onboard computer integration. In addition to rear sleeper controls and automatic front panel dimming to match dashboard illumination settings, the JCV 2015 BT maximizes driver safety by automatically muting all other audio when incoming messages are being relayed. Once the message has been received in full, the stereo resumes, allowing drivers to maintain unwavering control and attention to the road. In addition to maintaining a strong focus on safety, the JCV 2015 BT offers all of the features drivers have come to expect and love from modern-day systems. This Sirius XM ready and Bluetooth-enabled system comes equipped with front panel access to USB, along with iPod and iPhone integration and charging, a 3.5mm input, a rear RCA auxiliary input, and a 7-channel...
An entry for Consumer Campaign Local, LaPorte Savings Bank for Come On In for LaPorte Savings Bank.
Daddy! Hey, boy!
Honey, I'm home.
LaPorte Savings Bank is opening doors all over the area. Our mortgage loan process is simplified and custom built for you, so you can get home sooner. Home mortgages from LaPorte Savings Bank. We'll get you into a home that's, well, something to write home about.
And a silver Addy. Consumer Campaign Local, Villing and Company for Lincoln's Final Journey for Studebaker National Museum. Jeff Middaugh, Creative Director, Lori Headley, Account Executive. And a gold Addy. Consumer Campaign Local, Todd Ellen Design for Honey's Campaign for Honey's. Todd Ellen, Executive Creative Director, James Korn, Art Director and Photographer. An entry for Integrated Branded Content Campaign, Spearhead Sales and Marketing for Polar Clean America for Polar Clean America. An entry for Online Interactive Campaign, ASA Electronics for Marine Audio Brand Launch Campaign for ASA Electronics. An entry for Online Interactive Campaign, Ancilla College for Ancilla College wants you to fill out your FAFSA or FAFSA for Ancilla College. An entry for Advertising Industry Self-Promotion Integrated Campaign, Beacon Health System Marketing for Memorial Children's Hospital under construction for Memorial Children's Hospital. And that concludes our professional Addy Award entries. Let's give them a round of applause. And now, your Student Addy Award entries. An entry in packaging for Giles Beaver from Elkhart Area Career Center for The Smiths' Yes, I'm Changing. An entry for packaging Mercedes Payne from the Elkhart Area Career Center for DVD Case. An entry for packaging Elena Woodruff from the Elkhart Area Career Center for Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. And a bronze Addy for packaging Ashley Kleps from Ivy Tech Community College for Ed Package. Angela Bombeck, Professor. And a bronze Addy for packaging Giles Beaver from the Elkhart Area Career Center for Rawlings Official Major League Baseball. Giles Beaver, student. And a gold Addy for packaging, Amy Wallach from Ivy Tech Community College for True Package, Angela Bombeck, Professor. And a gold Addy for packaging, Tyler Scott from the Elkhart Area Career Center for Sound Serpent Packaging, Tyler Scott, student. And an entry, annual report or brochure, Giles Beaver from the Elkhart Area Career Center for Wellfield Botanical Gardens brochure. And an entry for cover, Mary Soptich from the Elkhart Area Career Center for Vogue magazine cover. And a silver Addy for cover, Micah Gilbert from the Elkhart Area Career Center for Reggie Wayne Special Edition, Micah Gilbert, student. And a silver Addy for a cover, Brooke Neely from the Elkhart Area Career Center for GQ Magazine, Brooke Neely, GQ Magazine Design. And an entry for spread or feature, Mercedes Payne from the Elkhart Area Career Center for editorial design. An entry for direct marketing, Javier Galicia Talavera, Holly Klopfenstein, Kyle Kujowski, Lindsay Rodino, Paige Tribbett from Indiana University South Bend for Facebook Custom Audiences campaign. And an entry, single, full page or less, Agency 429 from Purdue University Calumet for Lululemon Athleisure. And a bronze Addy for mass transit interior or exterior, Agency 429 from Purdue University Calumet for Adidas Earn Your Stripes Bus Shelter Race. Frank Gasparati, Creative Director. Zach Hescott, Creative. Ryan Watiziak, Project Manager. Delano Scaife, Creative. Marcus McCartney, Creative. Matt Hansen, Advisor. An entry for web banner ads, Giles Beaver from the Elkhart Area Career Center for Listen with Spotify. And a bronze Addy for web banner ads, Amy Wallach from Ivy Tech Community College, True Banner Ad. Angela Bombeck, Professor. For web banner ads, a bronze Addy goes to Grace Brummel from the Elkhart Area Careers Center for BB8 Run. Grace Brummel, student. Amber Kosar, teacher. And a bronze Addy for a single entry, Zachary T. Nelson from Bethel College for Bethel College Online Giving Day.
My name's Devin Hubbard.
My name is Jennifer Miller.
My name is Justin Brown.
My name is Yvette Carreras.
And I'm an RA in Oakwood.
And I am an RA in Perimeter.
I'm an RA in Oakwood.
Be an RA in Tucky Hall.
Online Giving Day is hopefully giving our alumni and supporters an opportunity to be a part of what God is doing here on campus. In many ways, we need your guys' support for those things. We're trying to raise money for Babe Week and for Dude Week. Dude Week is a week-long event that is all about getting rid of technology and getting into relationships.
It's all about being intentional with our time and being authentic with one another.
It's great to start those friendships there, and then they take off, and before you know it, you feel part of Bethel.
As Dude Week impacts the guys on campus, that also impacts the rest of the campus.
When Babe Week comes around, you're really challenged to be able to look beyond maybe your normal group of friends and really be vulnerable and authentic with people that you wouldn't necessarily get to talk to.
They bring so much unity to our campus. When you leave this place, you'd like to think that you learn much more than just a degree.
To be a part of Babe Week and to fund it would be a great opportunity.
The money goes for the food, for the shirts, for the events, for the different ideas and things. If we have more money, then we can do even more creative and impactful things. We can take it to the next level.
We can make things bigger.
There is like exponential growth that could happen.
And as that happens, it impacts the rest of the campus.
Thank you so much for donating and giving, for encouraging us to take part of our community.
Zachary T. Nelson, videographer, editor. An entry for a business-to-business campaign. Taylor Botcher, Maddie Kumanich, Renee Mikelski, Patrick Ramsdell from Indiana University for Build Relationships. See them thrive.
Put your data to use with Facebook. To build relationships and see them thrive. Enter for a chance to win a trip to San Francisco to attend our exclusive Thrive event. One attendee will drive away in a new Tesla Roadster. Visit facebook.com/custom audiences to learn more today and sign up for your chance to win.
An entry in the business-to-business campaign, Timothy Britton, Wyatt Stutzman, Daniel Slott, Jennifer Schrag from Indiana University South Bend for New Wave Marketing. And another entry for B2B campaign, Crumblin' Cookie LLC from Indiana University South Bend for Don't Depend on Others. And a bronze Addy for a B2B campaign. Alex Kurowski, Eduardo Alvarez, Juan Cervera, Paige Allery, Zachary Kissinger from IU South Bend for Effraction Marketing Facebook.
It doesn't have to be difficult. Make things easy. Live a better life. Facebook is doing it. Don't let it all go to waste. Realize your dreams. Live a better life. Facebook is doing it. Get the most out of the people you already know.
Ellen Kurowski, group member, Eduardo Alvarez, Juan Cervera, Paige Allery, and Zachary Kissinger, all group members. And a silver Addy for a B2B campaign. Josh Lambert, Kyle Fawcett, Kira Rail, Michelle Williams from Indiana University South Bend, Integrated Marketing Campaign for Facebook Custom Audience. Josh Lambert, Kyle Fawcett, Kyra Ryle, Michelle Williams, IUSB students. An entry, logo design, Cameron Kitson from Bethel College for Janus Motorcycles logo. Another entry for logo design, Ellie Eisenbarger from Elkhart Area Career Center for Sorel Hart Graphics. Another entry, logo design, Saul Esperanza Martinez from the Elkhart Area Career Center for Avi Logo. Another entry, logo design, Austin Ritchie from the Elkhart Area Career Center for Daniel Lee Logo. Another logo design entry, Carly Storms from the Elkhart Area Career Center for MediLife. Another entry for the logo design, Bradley Zimmerman from the Elkhart Area Career Center for Radiant Light Records. And a bronze Addy for logo design, Mackenzie Kistler from Ivy Tech Community College for Organic Logo. Michelle Constantino, Professor. And a gold Addy for logo design, Tyler Scott from the Elkhart Area Career Center for Sound Serpent. Tyler Scott, student. An entry and illustration single, Ellison Baker from the Elkhart Area Career Center for Cynthia. An entry illustration single for Thomas Gangwer from Ivy Tech Community College for Human Traffic. An entry illustration single from Elena Woodruff from the Elkhart Area Career Center for the Beautiful People. An entry single illustration, Jose Hernandez from the Elkhart Area Career Center for Veronica. And a bronze Addy for a single illustration, Austin Ritchie from the Elkhart Area Career Center for Classic Car, Austin Ritchie, student. And a bronze Addy for a single illustration, Ellison Baker from the Elkhart Area Career Center for Old Man. Ellison Baker, student. And a silver Addy, a single illustration, Tyler Scott from the Elkhart Area Career Center for G-Easy. Tyler Scott, student. And an entry with black and white single, Micah Gilbert from Elkhart Area Career Center for Music Speaks More Than Words. And an entry single color, Amanda Triber from Ivy Tech Community College for Cracker. And a bronze Addy, a single in color, Anna Toner from Ivy Tech Community College for Popcorn, Craig Sheeks, Professor. And a silver Addy in single color, Bethany Zilcox from Ivy Tech Community College for Children Reading, Craig Sheeks, Professor. And a silver Addy for single color, Anna Toner from Ivy Tech Community College for OK Fashion, Craig Sheeks, Professor. And a silver Addy, single color, Micah Gilbert from the Elkhart Area Career Center for Words Hurt, Micah Gilbert, student. And a silver Addy in single color for Micah Gilbert from the Elkhart Area Career Center for Sparks Your Imagination, Micah Gilbert, student. And a gold Addy For a single color, Micah Gilbert from the Elkhart Area Career Center for Be Free. Micah Gilbert, student. And another gold Addy, single color, for Micah Gilbert from the Elkhart Area Career Center for Refuse to Be Ordinary. Micah Gilbert, student. And an entry for digitally enhanced single entry, Michael Sargent from the Ivy Tech Community College for science fiction. And a bronze Addy for a single digitally enhanced, Mackenzie Kistler from Ivy Tech Community College for Bose. Andrew Bell, professor. And a bronze Addy for a single digitally enhanced, Micah Gilbert from the Elkhart Area Career Center for Shoot High for the Sky. Micah Gilbert, student. And an entry for Digital Creative Technology, Agency 429 from Purdue University Calumet, Grab the Slice, AR Promotional Hunt. That's the conclusion of our Student Addy Award entries. Let's give them a round of applause. And now what you've been waiting for, the Student Best of Show Awards. And now the Students Judges' Choice Awards. It's a packaging entry, and it goes to Amy Wallach from Ivy Tech Community College for True Package. Angela Bombeck, professor. Student Amy Wallach. And now, the Best of Show. It was in packaging. Tyler Scott from the Elkhart Area Career Center for Sound Serpent Packaging. Tyler Scott, student. Amber Kosar, teacher. And finally, the big moment, the Professional Best of Show Awards. And now, the Best of Show in print, out-of-home campaign, Burkhart Advertising Incorporated for Studebagels for Studebagels. Andrea Ditchley, Account Executive, Extra Credit Projects, Creative Director. And now, the Best of Show Electronic. Business to Business goes to Villing & Company for Villing & Company website for Villing & Company. Jeff Middaugh, Creative Director. Brad Rozier, Art Director. Nathan DeSelm, Interactive Director. And Tom Villing, President. And now the moment you've been waiting for. This is the Best of Show. It's a single entry, 60 seconds or less, and it goes to the University of Notre Dame for Welcome Home Acceptance Message for the University of Notre Dame.
there will be many reasons to celebrate great accomplishments, honors, and recognitions. This is one of those moments. Those who love you must be very proud of you, who you are, what you have already accomplished. Congratulations, and welcome home.
Beth Grizzoli, producer. Cody Baker, creative director, videographer, and editor. A very special thank you for tonight's Video Awards presentation, generously produced by Kevin Boucher.